Hey guys, Samuel's Geek. This is going to be a Samuel Rambles. Basically, I went to CES and I saw a lot of cool stuff, and man, I gotta say, CES has to be one of the most hated shows ever, and I don't really see why. I thought it was an incredibly cool experience to go to. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. I just like the trade shows that people hate. The majority of game journalists hate E3 with the passion. It's not even funny how much they hate E3. And they hate CES even more. But I loved both of those shows. I guess... Oh, God. Excuse me. I don't understand why the hate is for both of those shows. I guess since they're more business-like and less fun-oriented. I've never been to a PAX. I've been to E for All, which is supposed to be like one of those. It's supposed to be like PAX, but it was pretty bad. But then again, I did go to the last one ever. However, I did have the most fun playing games at E for All. I will say that. Playing games, playing Gears of War 2 before anyone else, and doing it with a bunch of cool, awesome gamer type people was awesome. The people at the Gears of War booth were awesome. It was just like a total friendly atmosphere, which isn't like E3 and CES, where it's more a professional atmosphere. It feels like the companies are trying to sell things to you rather than entertain you and give you more news. But, especially CES, since, people do go there for business deals. And I understand why people wouldn't like it, but I just don't think it's as bad as people say it is. Like they say, you go to one, you go to all. I don't know. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind going to E3 again this year. In fact, I registered. We'll find out if I'm going pretty soon. So I don't know. I think it was awesome. I think both of those trade shows are awesome. I like them both better than Comic-Con. Man, Comic-Con is a pain in the ass. I know people love San Diego Comic-Con, and I understand why you would love San Diego Comic-Con. But it is such a pain in the ass. There's people shoulder to shoulder. I think I like the environment where there's less people. Maybe that's why I like these press events more, because there's just less people. There's just not hundreds and thousands of people shoulder to shoulder in a hallway. You can actually, record footage at E3 because, there's not as many people. And I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I thought it was a lot more fun than Comic-Con. What's weird is that, we had an Albuquerque Comic-Con, and apparently the old Incredible Hulk was there. My old teacher from high school told me about it. He actually went. And that's interesting, because that seems like something I'd want to go to. Because we don't get a lot of local conventions here. And when we do, it's something like anime, which I'm not really into. But it is what it is. I don't know what that fucking notification was for. But if you ask what are some of the crazy things I've seen about CES, well, I have to tell you, man. There's this one part of CES that I didn't think there were people lazier than me. There was this guy from England, and rather than walk from the Paris Hilton Hotel, not the Paris Hilton, but the Hilton Hotel, to the convention center. Anyone who looks at a map on Google Maps can see how surprisingly close those are. He didn't want to walk there, so he took the monorail, which costs $10, man. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little conservative with my spending, but $10 to get from one building to another building that's right next to each other, it's kind of hefty in my opinion. I wouldn't do that. But, who knows? Maybe it was worth it to him to not walk, I don't know, like 60 or 70 feet? It was just ridiculous what he took the monorail for. So, what have I been playing? Well, I'm playing Fable 3 right now, obviously. This is actually live. I didn't tell you that at the beginning, but this is live because I'm on my Windows computer because I was like a retard drinking a bottle of water next to my Mac, and I short-circuited the mouse, which sucks dick. Because now I have to buy a new mouse, and, you know, I'm kind of stuck using Windows. And don't get me wrong, I love Windows 7 now, but I don't know, I still don't like it as my primary operating system. Because, and it's not anything to do with the operating system. It simply has to do with the fact that I have it on a laptop. You know, if I'm going to, come on, Fable. Yeah, this is one of the glitches, alright? I have my gun out, so I have to put my gun away. Thank you. In order to fucking hold her hand. I don't know. In Fable 2, everything was just streamlined, man. Fable 3, they tried to do so much shit and it ended up hurting it. That's the problem, man. And I can understand why Clifford had problems with Fable 3. Because it's just like, they added so much unnecessary crap. And I loved Fable 2. So, you know, I don't know. I guess it's just... It simply has to do with the unnecessary crap that they had in this game. Like, is it really necessary for me to put away my gun in order to hold this girl's hand? Or holding her hand in the first place? Couldn't she just stay back automatically with AI? I don't know. And I don't understand, like, I had to do another escort mission where I had to do it with, you know, hold hands with a grown man. I think a grown man knows when to hide when I have to pull my gun out and shoot people. I don't know. But, you know, it's Peter Molyneux's pretentiousness all over this game. I feel like he had more involvement in this game because it feels less like a game and more like an experience. And that kind of bugs me because Fable 2 felt so much like a game. Like I could go and purchase a whole town and like this non-realisticness. And now it just feels like they added so much crap and then they restrict you on what you can do. Like I have to buy emotion packs in order to, you know, express my emotions to people. It's just dumb, man. And then like it's so ridiculously easy in comparison to Fable 2 as well. I don't know what Molyneux did, but man, if they make a Fable 4, please just go back to Fable 2. Just make a Fable 2 with more interesting quests, a better story, you know, a little bit more improved combat. Like, I like what they did with the combat in Fable 3, but the enemies are so bleh that it doesn't really do anything for me. You know, make harder enemies. I don't know, make interesting, like, Fable 2 had this really interesting quest where, you know, you had to go to this area where they'd sacrifice people and shit. Like, that was so awesome. Everything about that game was pretty cool. But this game, it's just like, they made everything that was so fun and cool extremely complicated. They made jobs into Guitar Hero games, and it's like, ugh, why? Why did you have to, like, complicate everything? I would have been fine with not... I didn't even need the graphical improvement, because it just hurts the game. I mean, the graphics are beautiful, but it hurts the game because there's so much pop-in and frame skips, and that's so unusual for an Xbox 360 game. I mean, if this were a PS3 game, I could understand that, but this engine has been running on the Xbox forever perfectly. I don't remember any pop-in in Fable 2 or any of the other games they use this engine in. So, I don't understand how they could mess up so many, you know, things about it. I hope they fix a lot of the stuff in Fable 3 PC for you guys who are going to buy it on PC, but I'm not going to buy it again because I already own the game. And I don't know, I don't like playing it as it is. I mean, it's still a good game, but it's not an amazing game like Fable 2. And, you know, it's not terrible like my friend Clifford or other people who love Fable say it is. But I guess I just have a more open mind since I play a lot of bad games and a lot of mediocre games. Maybe I just see more of a spectrum, and that's why I don't think Fable 3 is bad. But as a big Fable 2 fan, I can say I'm disappointed. And, you know, a lot of people dislike Fallout New Vegas for those reasons, but I don't know, I found Fallout New Vegas amazing. I mean, I didn't have any glitches. I didn't have any of the major glitches people are bitching about. Maybe that's why I loved Fallout New Vegas. I mean, I had it hard freeze on me 2 or 3 times, but I had so many more problems with Fallout 3, I didn't even care. Maybe it's just me. I can't wait to see what, you know, Bethesda Studios does with Skyrim and what it means for Fallout 4. So, I don't know. This game, I'm really excited for Skyrim, Gears of War 3, Bulletstorm, which that's coming out soon. And also, guys, I got I just ordered an HDPVR not even an hour ago. And I really can't wait for it because this SD bullshit, I know it's painful to look at. I've heard your guys' complaints, and I'm so sorry I've made you go through all this shit. But, you know, I want the best for my viewers, so I finally decided to pony up the 180 smackaroos and get the fucking HDPVR. I'll try my best to upload in HD, but that's going to be a pain in the dick. That's the reason why I avoided it for so long. It's simply just because, you know, uploading is such a pain in the dick on my connection. My connection sucks because it's the average internet connection. And the average internet connection in America is 1 meg. It's 1 meg download and half a meg upload. That's the average speed in America. It's pathetic and in the comparison to the rest of the world. So, if there's one thing I will have to give, you know, foreigners, is that your internet fucking rocks. I really wish I could use it sometime. But I've never been out of the United States of America, except for, I think, one time in Mexico when I was small. But other than that, I don't think I've ever been outside the United States of America. Well, I hope you all have an amazing weekend. Samuel out.